that you are caught up when you return. Okay? So, did you not have yours?
No.
And I don't have either of those other sheets for you.
Oh,
either.
yeah, my name up.
So open this up so that it's not folded. It shouldn't. Okay? So, I want to take a look at a couple of the questions. First off, on your quiz next week, you will be asked to do multiplication of matrices. Okay? You will also do addition, subtraction. There will be 4 matrices problems. Okay? There will be 4 of them. Okay. If you find it and get it, bring it in, that'd be awesome. Okay? So there's a few of you that can't find that graph sheet. I'm okay with that, but I do need it from you. And that was the main reason that I didn't want to do it in class today, because I had a bunch of people that said, oh, I don't find my locker, I don't have it. So I handed it in, and when we're going to do it, I'm going to hand out the ones. But so those of you that didn't have it, you need to do that. First off, on the quiz next week, I will ask you to do the addition or subtraction, multiplication or division. Your homework quiz today is an addition subtraction. Okay? It's not multiplication. Okay? So, when we are doing these, the question is, like, if I am looking at number 6. Number 6 is a what kind of matrix? It is a what? 2 by 3 times a 3 by 2. Does that work? Yes. How do I know that it works? So, when I am thinking about these, I always know it works if the columns of the first one is equal to the rows of the second one. That's how I know it works, that I can multiply. So when I'm looking at my problem, I am now going to get my answer. And my answer to this matrix is going to be those out 2 numbers, side 2 numbers. So my answer has to be a 2 by 2. Do you agree for number 6 that when you finish the problem, you had a 2 by 2? Okay? That's how we know that it worked. This is the answer matrix. So when I take a look at question number 8. Number 8 starts as a 2 by what? And so my hint is, on the quiz when we do these, I would write to check, especially when it's multiplication, does it even work? It is 2 by 3 times, Nick, stay facing forward. Actually, switch spots with Hale. Okay, because then at least I know you're going to be facing forward. You won't turn around because there won't be anyone behind you. If we have to move you again, we will. Okay, and then this one is another 2 by 3. Is it going to work? It is undefined. Okay. On the quiz next week, if you just put undefined, you get the point. If you tell me why, you get the bonus. I hardly ever give bonus. The why. Why is this one undefined? Our answer would be something like that the column, right, of matrix 1 was 3, and this is not the same, right, as the row of matrix 2, our second matrix, right, which was a 2, right? I'm talking about this 2 right here and this 3, right? And if those 2 numbers are not the same, we cannot multiply and it is undefined, okay? So I'm looking at 13. 13, as I look at 13, I have a 1 by 2 times a 2 by 2. Is it going to work? Yes. My answer is going to be a 1 by 2. Okay. How do I need you to show your work? Answers are in the back if I'm showing my work. Okay. Grace, you want to start maybe with what you're going to do? 2 times 2 times negative 5u plus, I'm going to have what, Emily? my whole first term, right? Okay. Keegan, I'm going to keep going. Then what? 2 times negative v. Plus, Caleb. Now, when I'm on the quiz and like I was making up my answer key and stuff, I'm okay that you multiply these and show this. This is where our answer is, right? So I might put my answer here. I know it's a 1 by 2. So I have negative 10u plus 0. Negative 10u plus 0 is just negative 10u, correct? Here I have 2 times negative v. That gives me a negative 2v plus negative 5 and 6. I multiply my coefficients, the numbers. I get negative 30v. Those are like terms. You don't want to leave them separate. They both have v's. You can add the coefficients. Negative 2 plus a negative 30 is going to give us a negative 32v. Okay? I think more than anything, when I think of 13 and 14, it's just that the ugliness of the variables with it. But you're doing that same thing, okay? You are taking the negative 4 times the 4x plus the negative 2x times the 2y. When you do this multiplication, this is negative 16x, and this is a negative 4xy. That's what that term looks like. There's no like terms, we can't add it together, okay? If I'm going to that second term behind it, it was negative 4 times 0 plus negative 2x times negative 5, right? If I was looking at what does that have to be, that's 0 plus 10x, so 10x. And today on the quiz, people just making some real small minor errors when they do these. The quiz is not multiplication, it's addition, subtraction. Okay, it's not multiplication. There's no multiplying. Is there multiplying on the quiz today? No. There's no multiplying. And even though when people see the problem, and I think I said it in that class probably about 4 times also, maybe more, I still let people look at it and go, oh, we've been doing multiplying, so what's multiplying? I just want to say it again. There is no multiplying on the quiz today. There's no multiplying matrices on the quiz.
Are you just taking it to the box?
No, you're going to take it pretty soon. Do you need me to finish 14? Do I need to finish that one? I don't know who put it up. Yes? Okay, let's finish it. So if I'm finishing 14, okay, I already, so far, I know my answer is this negative 16x minus 4xy and 10x. And by all means, if you didn't have yours done, I hope you have it done now, right? Because I'm doing it in class. So if you didn't have it, you at least have these two done that we've talked about, 8, 13, 14, okay? Because I'm not actually checking it till tomorrow anyway, right? Now I'm going to this next one. If I'm starting this next one, Lucas, start me out. What am I doing first for that second row going across?
14, right? So you take negative y, it's negative 2x times 0.
Did we do that one right? No one was going to stop me. Negative 4 times 4x. This should have been what? This should have been negative y. Oh my gosh. Stop me. Negative y times 2y, right? And this should be negative y times negative 5. Oh, you guys. Negative 4x. And then the 2y. 0 and negative 5. Okay. Good thing, Caleb, you told me to finish it, because if people were doing this, it's all wrong, right? So positive 16x, right? And what was our second term? Negative 2, how many y's? Y to the second. 0, right? negative y times negative 5 is plus 5y. Just 5y. You see how easy it is to make those mistakes? And then I'll have some people that don't like to keep theirs in matrix form. Like, they don't want to put term 1 here and term 2 here and the third one here and the fourth one here. They just want to do this other weird list. And I'll say, okay, that's kind of okay, but like, why not keep it in the exact same spot so that then when you transfer it over, you get the answer in the right spot, and then you don't have to go, oh, like, where is this, okay? Nick, do I need to move you back further? I got empty desks. Okay. So I'm going to keep going. If I'm looking at this one, I am now going to take negative 2x, right? Who was helping me with this one? All right, Lucas. So negative 2x times
0.
Yep.
Then negative 4 times negative 5.
Yes. This is 0, right? This is 20. 0 plus 20 leaves us with 20. Right? Negative 2x times 0, that is 0. Negative 4 times negative 5, that's positive 20. Yep.
That was supposed to be to the right. That equation. Yeah, you need to do the first column first. That is the second column.
Okay.
So, this is like here.
Yeah.
So this is what I say when people like to write theirs out of order, and I'm like, oh, why do it out of order? Why not keep it where? So this is here. And some of you are like, yeah, I know, but I can make sense of it. And like, when they get complicated and ugly, why make it harder than you have to, right? 20. All right. Woo. So, let's go back. And this one should have been the negative 2x, right? Times negative 4x. Plus negative 4 times 2y. Agreed? Positive 8x squared. Plus or minus 8y. Okay? You should have been able to come up, it says, what do you have to multiply? If A is a 3 by 5 matrix, what do I have to multiply so that I can actually multiply? What does B matrix have to be? Okay? What times what? That's what they're asking you. It shouldn't be the same answer that's in the back, right? It should be you coming up with something. Okay? And then in this one says, write an example of a matrix multiplication that is undefined. So we just talked about how it's undefined, right? Make sure you make one where the two matrices it's not going to be able to be multiplied. You know, don't use number 8, but something similar to that, right? If again, I attached that video of this, if that helps you to get it down and to see it over and over and over. If you didn't get this number 3 done from earlier, the what's my graph, I need it from you. I'm going to put that in as a grade like you completed it. Those of you that didn't do it, it's really hard for you to do it with a partner, right? If you haven't done your part. So I can't really, when you come into class, I can't really have you do that. So here is, I highlighted your multiplication in yellow, and I put the addition ones, okay? You have to follow the order of operations. So when you do number 2, you actually have to do this addition because it's in the parentheses and then multiply. And the question is, does it work? This is a 2 by 2. What happens if you add 2 2 by 2s? It's going to give you a 2 by 2, right? Should that work for multiplying? Yeah. Okay. When I get to number 4, can I multiply them? Look at number 4. Can we multiply?
Yes.
Because I have a 2 by 2 times a 2 by 1. That works for multiplication, right? And then you got to check, does it work for the addition, right? Okay. This one, you're multiplying first these two, and then you're taking the whole thing, the whole answer times -4, right? So my hint, someone said, some of these are really long, Mrs. Thompson. I know, I agree. I would maybe do it on a sheet of notebook paper. Just, I mean, if you're trying to keep your work with your problem, I would just take that one sheet of notebook paper, that'd be fine. So you want to start on this first. You're going to look at this. There are 2 pages. It's a mix. Some of them, like number 8, you add first, then you take everything times -5, right? Here you have to multiply by -3, and then you have to add them together or subtract them, right? Be a really long homework quiz, wouldn't it? How cruel that would be. Okay, so what's due for tomorrow? You should have the A3a and the A3b. Okay. You should have started just number 1 on here, but this is a weird number 1. It's A through G. So yes, A through G. Okay. So anyone want to Hale read for me, would you?
Sure. 2 vehicles are driving toward.
For each question. The start on the very top. For each question.
For each question, label the figure with all known information and show the direction of movement with an arrow. 2 vehicles are driving toward an intersection on streets that are perpendicular to one another. A car is traveling at a rate of 30 miles per hour, and a fire truck is traveling at a rate of 50 miles per hour.
Okay, so stop. Let's label our picture, right? Our car with an arrow. What? Can you do what?
Use a calculator for this or not?
Yeah, at some point, but right now you're just writing. Do you have a pencil to write with? Okay. So our car was, we're going to put 30, right, miles per hour, and our fire truck is going 50.
What's the store that's on
Okay.
there?
Keep reading him.
Okay. What was that?
The fire truck.
The fire truck is on its way to a fire at the drugstore and is running with the lights and siren at 0 minutes. The car is 3 miles away from the intersection of the 2 streets, and the fire truck is 5 miles from the intersection.
So we have to do on this quiz next week, we have to do unit analysis. We do unit analysis in science this year. We do it a lot. You do it a lot in math, and so we're gonna, this is on your quiz next week on Wednesday. Gotta do unit analysis. Okay? So when we do unit analysis, the first thing it says is what's the rate of the car in miles per minute? And this is what I need for you to show me. Okay? So we're gonna have our car, and the car was actually going 30. And yes, I want you to write it out like this, miles per 1 hour. That's what it means when you see miles per hour, right? It's a rate, miles per hour. Write that down. Next thing is, what was our answer trying to be? Not Kara. Is it? No, what is it? Lauren. You didn't have your cousins. Yeah. Yes, okay. I was going to wonder if they were your cousins. So, go. What do I want my answer in? Miles per minute. I always want to write down how I want my answer, right? Because I'm trying to figure out, if I'm looking at this, I'm trying to figure out, do I have the right units? Do I have the right unit on top, Maria? Yeah, I do. Don't have to change anything, right? Do I have the right unit in the denominator? No, I have hours. I want minutes. Do you know what conversion for hours to minutes? No. Do you know what conversion? We're not saying multiplying or dividing. Do you know what conversion for hours to minutes?
Yes.
We know that what? You have to put it in the right spot. Okay? We know that 60. So, where should the word minutes be?
On the top.
Why on the top? I don't want it on top of my answer. I need to have it in the bottom, right? I need this unit to be here, minutes. So I'm going to put, if I'm looking at this, minutes. which, what did we say the conversion was? Hours to minutes. We have to put the word hours up here. And it's 60, I agree. And we are putting 1 hour is 60 minutes. And I don't care, you should be writing this, right? You want to have everything that I have up here. I know it doesn't seem like it, but I want that too. So, you're multiplying your fractions, right? Top times top, bottom times bottom. Could you simplify first? Sure. My final answer I could write as what? If I want to simplify it, anyone want to simplify, or would you leave it 30 over 60? Do you like 30 over 60? No, I don't. Half. Half a mile per minute. Could I have 1 mile in 2 minutes? Yeah. I could have half a mile in 1 minute, right? Could I put 0.5? Is that the same as a half? Okay. You are asked next to do the truck. Same thing, right? And what happened here was I canceled out those units, right? Unit over unit, hours over hours, they cancel. Now, this one is all going to be about these two vehicles meeting at the intersection. So you're going to say, oh, after 3 minutes, how far is the car travel? After 3 minutes, how far is the fire truck travel? Okay? And then it says if both vehicles are traveling, you know, then on the top of the next page, if you turn to the top of the next page, it says complete this table. At 0 minutes, how far was the car from the intersection? They told us that. Okay? How far away was it, Vanessa?
The car?
3 miles. Right? So you're going to start with 3. And after a minute, the car's gone a half a mile, right? So after a minute, how far away is it? 0.5. Okay, so you're going to fill in this, right? Then you're going to do the same thing for the fire truck. Do you know how far away the fire truck started? You're going to put that there, and you're going to graph it, and then they ask you this question. Okay, so this is going to be so that tomorrow when you come in, we can start thinking about skydiving, or you know, if you'd be a skydiver. Right? So that's where we're starting tomorrow. Okay. And to me, I like this a lot better than some of the stuff that's in your notes that we've done in the past. I mean, it's okay, but it's not as good. So, this is more interesting, like, to real life than some of the other kind of ugly ones that we have. But you need to be able to do it both, and I think this is going to take care of it. All right, so